Good. Wow, yeah. First thing I said this morning, my voice breaks. Good morning. Welcome to Moopsy in the Morning for June the 11th, 2024. Hang on a second, I'll get on Discord. After I drink some coffee, I just realized I haven't said anything today. And good morning.
Good morning.
Good.
Yep, good morning.
How's everybody doing?
Everything hurts.
Oh, sorry to hear that. Good morning, Joshua.
Hey, Josh.
Morning.
Well, I woke up and something truly tragic happened this morning.
Your voice broke.
Yeah, my voice is. I have a bad voice this morning because my coffee machine died this morning.
Oh.
I'm heartbroken, and I had to. Yeah, thank you. I put it on.
I hope you have a manual way of making coffee.
Someplace in my house. I have a French press. Excuse me 1 second. But I don't know where it is. I have an espresso machine, but I was able to coax 1 cup out of the coffee maker before it gave up the ghost. So I have a POS Keurig at the office that I'd given them as a backup for an emergency, which I will steal back for a day until my new machine gets here. And I'm like, I'm going to buy locally. Go through it. No, good coffee makers are not available locally. So, okay, Amazon can get me something today. Not a good one. Tomorrow for a good one. So I'm going to have to figure it out 24 hours without good coffee. Oh, no. This is not
Just switch to tea.
I have some very good cardamom tea that my son picked up from the Japanese market a couple of weeks ago. So, yes, I will be drinking some tea for the next day.
Can you repeat that spice again?
Cardamom?
Oh, that's amazing.
What?
You wanna hear how it really sounds like?
Sure.
Cardamom.
Cardamom? That sounds very Scandinavian in its pronunciation.
It's Norwegian.
You are going to love today my
Okay.
endeavours.
Oh, God. I haven't even looked at mine. What are your endeavors?
Healing ground for 5,000.
Okay.
Voff for 20.
Well, that goes
Ground.
together. That goes together.
In the battle zone. And restore shields ground for 18,000.
Sounds like you can do one-stop shopping. All right. So for all of you people out there, I have got the good news of the day is this, which is if you're seeing my tune right now, 1 perk point to spend here on endeavors, and Gornalicious' account is completely done. Yay! So I've got 2 at 750. Of course, now the other 2 are at 18 and 43, so I have a little bit of work to do on those 2, but...
You've got about 5 years to do it.
Details. Minor details.
Then you'll be playing it to the day you go into your coffin.
Yeah, well, yeah, that was the plan. Hold on. Does that means the game gets closed down? Do I have to commit unaliving to myself on that date? No.
Harry Carey.
Yes.
Seppuku.
That's up to you.
Harry Carey was a baseball commentator in Chicago for many years.
Oh.
But
Do not remind me of what we did last night.
Okay.
We did Birdcage at... I'm not going to tell the hour of the day, but it was quite late. And shall we say, I kept dying on my KDF.
We need to fix
Why?
that.
On Birdcage Advance.
Birdcage is a fun event.
Yeah.
Probably we'll do it tonight, I think. Since I know how fond Chris is of ground stuff in the morning. And speaking of ground, I have everything on this one's ground. I've got captains on the ground, Tholians on the ground, physical damage on the ground. Which unfortunately, I suppose if I did one of the Tholian TFOs, I could get all 3 in one on that one, but getting enough people to get into a Tholian ground is pretty rare. Just out of curiosity, are the 2 Tholian ones, do they pop up on the random grounds?
No.
I didn't think so.
The Tholians, for some reason, people didn't like them, so they removed them from the randoms.
Phew, and those are easy. We don't have a lot of ground randoms, do we? Actually, are there any
I
ground
think
randoms?
yes, the Borg ones.
No, not all of them.
Yeah, not all of them, but some of them.
Into the Hive will pop up. I
Yeah, there's a
think
couple.
there's anything else that pops for ground. No, Bug Hunt pops up.
Minus abilities pops up.
Yeah.
Rare, but does.
Very rare. It used to be fairly frequent. Yeah, that's about it. They don't pop a lot of the ground ones anymore. Brotherhood of the Sword occasionally pops up.
Yep.
Okay.
Defend Rhino Station also pops up.
No, I've never seen that pop up in random for me. Ever.
Rhino Station's like the most common one I actually get.
Oh, really?
As a random advanced or elite.
That
Yeah.
is interesting. I've never had it pop for me.
Well,
Unless it's like the event, and then it'll pop up.
no.
It pops
Just
up a
having-
lot.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, just hand it to one of us and you'll definitely get it.
Hang on, I happened to get the Nimbus thing here, and I needed the ground captain. Good, got my ground captain.
I see you adjusted your build on this tune.
No, this one I just threw on this morning. I haven't done anything new to it. It's the old tune. It happens to have a lot of the stuff on it, though, coincidentally. Actually, the only thing it doesn't have on here is Devouring Nanites. But it happened to have mud, it's got spatial trajector, it's got equipment diagnostics. They don't have Devouring Nanites. So, quite a few.
Yeah.
Do you recommend a good space for destructible torpedoes?
We could do destructible torpedoes. You
Yeah,
guys
but
are all...
you only get like one chance at shooting one of those. It's not a good thing to do in a team.
Don't you get it for team anymore?
No,
No?
you only get it for the one you kill, and
Oh,
they are
bummer.
really hard to target.
That's really interesting. I'm surprised, because you get the team kills. You don't get team damage, though. Chris says he did the other day. Because I know we had done something
I
with it
am heading over to.
on Torps. Hey, we could find out. Let me jump onto a Federation tune.
Yeah, I stay here on Nimbus and kill the big scorpion.
Hey, I already got my other one. Go kill the scorpion. I've never gotten the scorpion when I'm there, because by the time my big Gorn gets over there, he's long dead.
I just stay next to the big to spawn point.
Well, I happened to be on there for something else this morning, and I'm standing there waiting, probably waiting on the coffee maker to work. And it pops up, and it's like, well, it's here. I might as well kill the Nimbosian pirate thing, since you're going to be kind enough to just throw it at me.
I'm
All
going to
right.
start my daily ritual of doing 3 accounts and doing the Borg Battle Royale.
Well, we're going to do some spacey stuff. Who had torps? Was that you, Taz? Taz, did you have torps today? Hello?
I think Taz may have internet issues.
Maybe he's...
Right now, I know 3 Gorn players who play Gorn. You, me, and Dash Magnum.
I like my,
Oh.
hang on a second. I have to follow something from somebody here really quick. Give me one moment here. Okay, sorry about that. All right, sorry about that. Always something happening here that needs to be checked out. There we go. Let's see. Who else wants in on the party for the space?
Not so many.
Yeah. Rasul, you want some space stuff? I know you prefer your ground.
I'm still hunting that scorpion, waiting
Okay.
for it to spawn.
Let's.
But once we're back to ground, I will join. Scorpion or no scorpion.
Well, Chris is a no ground person, so we're going to alternate. We'll cater to a little Chris this morning. We'll cater to a little Rasul this morning. Do a little of this, that, and the other.
You've certainly done guillotine for this event this entire time.
I could be happy with a little that, but we need to get some torps for Taz. Which would be, what, little Borg stuff?
Orbs for Taz.
Borgs for Taz.
Kind of reminds me of. No, I'm holding back today.
Oh, torpedoes.
Yep, torpedoes, torps. Let's see.
No, else I do the Undying Assault. No.
Yeah, but it takes so long. I don't usually have an issue with it, but in the mornings when I've got 1 hour, and Undine can take forever sometimes. How would you folks feel about a little, Hive Onslaught or ISA?
I'm good for anything.
Chris, you got a preference? Probably should go to a different account and see if I've got any spacey damage to do, but I'll do this one here. Chris says, whatever, space. So let's see what we get here on an infected conduit. Eh? Wee-woo?
Wee-woo.
Wee-woo.
I'm doing it on my KDF tune today. The Bulk Battle Royale.
Well, after yesterday and Rasul's...
Norway called Moopsy.
After yesterday's discussion about a good ground build, Borg Battle Royale became, oh, well, this is easy. That
I
reveal
can't
my
wait for the event to end so I can see what it does after the 12th wave.
Oh, I did it on other things last night, too. I did it on a lot of stuff last night, trying it out. I was very happy.
Glad to hear that.
My son came over for dinner, so I had like an hour before he got here. Well, the chicken was cooking to work on some stuff. I thought, well, let's see what it'll do on this, that, and the other.
It'll murder stuff?
It worked very happily on a lot of stuff.
I got the giant scorpion.
Ah, yay.
That means I can beam up into space.
Okie dokie. Well, once we're done
They're
here.
supposed to die like this fast.
Things die really fast nowadays.
Yeah, I wish it would increase the
Difficulty.
damage resistance of enemies.
Yeah, I mean, making it easier for us to kill things is only so interesting. At some point, it's like, well, if you can beat everything, where's the fun?
Yeah, I remember the times when a Borg cube was a challenge for an entire fleet,
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
and now you kind of rough something on your own.
Yep. Even on Elite, people can do so much better. So, upgrading all the equipment's half the fun. Upgrading the enemies also helps.
Mm-hmm.
Did you get any
Yeah.
torps would be the first question.
No.
Okay, so that wasn't working.
We can always do a crystalline if we can do that in a small group.
Oh yeah.
We could.
Crystalline
Yeah, but you
FC
need
would
10
do
for
that.
crystalline.
You do?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, 5 and 5. 5 on each side.
You can't do it with a partial team?
No.
I was thinking maybe I could solo it.
No, I don't think you can even solo it. Crystalline... Catastrophe... Oh, maybe we can. Used to...
I can solo it.
It is a 10, and you can go in a small group. Interesting. Hang on a second here. Let me answer somebody's question here. All right. Shall we try crystalline?
Sure. I'm also up for an invite. Now that the bug is dead.
Joshua? No, you're still Klingon. All right, you guys want to try a little crystalline here?
Yeah.
I'll do
Yep,
this.
sure.
Let's make sure we're in the private queue. We're in the private queue.
Oh boy.
What?
Level 12's just killing this team.
Yeah, it does. You try Rasul's build. Made level 12 like, yeah, no problem.
Yeah, I can't wait for the event to end so that I can try the TFO without the level 12 limit.
Yeah. That should be interesting. But it really does feel like it's just throwing stuff at random after like level 7 or 8. As opposed to structuring it to get tougher and tougher.
I think it's throwing more and more, and it's starting to mix with the different Borg types.
Yeah, with Sompek, it does seem like it's a little bit more developed to go slightly harder, keep working on making it harder and harder.
Now in, actually they cheat in...
You're done?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that was easy.
Yeah, it was way faster than I expected it.
Yeah, I'm surprised. I thought we had to
But
have...
I'm guessing all the crystalline fragments.
Yep, every single one counts as a torpedo.
I thought only small counted as torps.
I annihilated like a fistful of them, so I was like, in them.
Time to get some distance before it blows up.
Yep.
But nah, it's not like it's doing all that much damage.
Get out of here before it gets too big.
Yeah, this is surprisingly relaxed.
Well, now that I know we can run that one on private, Chris, we can take care of torps more readily.
Ah, second place. Who got first?
Not me.
But I don't think it counts. It counts multiple people at first place, and if you do a pass of it, the difference can be like 20, 30, 70k difference in DPS. Quite silly.
Well, that goes way back to when we were getting places on these things. And prizes for it. I think
I'm not a fan of getting prizes for TFOs. For being number one or whatever.
Yeah.
Because that makes it competitive. It should be cooperative, not competitive.
Yeah, I think that's a remnant from the beginning of the game. And
Oh, definitely.
Hey, Id,
Yeah.
that's a go. Go for it.
Id, how's your culling of the market of that particular item you're doing?
What, the trajectories?
Yep.
It's stalled out. Market's kind of bare.
Oh, just hang on to them because we're going to talk about those tonight. Yeah,
Oh, boy.
it's really important in in Rasul's build. So I think if we talk about that, maybe we'll put it out on our YouTube tonight. I'm going to switch to my other account here real quick. Let's see what we've got on account number 2.
Mom, how many accounts are you managing right now?
4.
Oh, wow.
So 2 are now maxed out on reputation, so I'm trying to build those up, and I've got the 2 that were Ed's, that Ed and I had built for conventions, but he only played them very rarely. So they're both level 65, but didn't do anything with reputation or builds or anything like that. Let's see, I've got Borg ships in space and plasma damage in space on this tune. And D1 arthropods, which I don't particularly care about at this moment.
Yeah, but you're already number, so that would be fast.
Yeah, well, I'll just go over and do Yamlin Nuck and get myself some dilithium while I'm doing that. Alright, so some Borgy ships in space. Does that work for everyone?
Yeah.
Let's see, though. This is not a plasma build. Let me see if I can throw some plasma on here just to make life better.
That's why I like carriers. You can always throw whatever damage up you need on it.
Yeah, well, I have to have something to do that. And of course, my big plasma build is Klingon.
I mean, you got a hang-up pet. Just throw in some scorpions.
I don't have scorpions on this one. Tell you what, give me 1 sec. Let me do this and I can make a mixed party. We can go private. I'm not worried about DPS on this account. Ketsa, where are you? There we are. I got my plasma build.
Yeah, I don't think streamers have any issue with DPS when they're playing with a streamer group.
Yeah. Well, it depends. You know, sometimes I'd like to give everyone a chance, and you don't know what you're going to get for friends.
Yeah, but usually the ones that watch the streamer tend to be the ones who already have some idea of the game.
Oh, this is true, yeah.
Or the ones that are completely new. Either or.
Yep. Well, the ones who are completely new can have a lot of fun with doing that. Who else is out there? Are you on McAllister?
Always.
Anybody else want to join the party?
I'll join.
Who are you on, Joshua?
Tekek? I don't know how you say it.
Well, it's your
Well,
tune. It's however you want to say it.
Yeah.
Hang on, let me see if
I don't say stuff. Yeah. The random
Boy, it
name
works better
generator.
when I can type. There you go.
Yeah.
Wow, we got a full party here. Hive Onslaught?
Sure.
Works for me.
Oh,
Just warn me if you do it on Elite.
I'm not going to do it on Elite without warning people. Or hold on. I have Borg ships. Does Guillotine count for Borg ships?
I'm not sure if the Kingdom or the Swarm count for Borg at
Anybody
present.
know that one for sure?
Yeah, let's find it out.
Let's find out.
Let's find out.
Oh, gee, that was difficult to convince me to do that one. I love Guillotine. Here we go. Yeah, I can't remember who said something about it. I must have been Kel, and I'm like, yeah, threaten me with a good time.
The enemy has started to bring their unit complex into your domain.
I'm still not sure what to think of that Unity crap.
I want them to be sneaky villains.
Yep, same.
I don't want to have so many just blatant good guys or blatant bad guys. I want, what's the line in, or what's the accolade? Curse you for your inevitable betrayal. It's
Yeah.
yeah.
What I would, what I'm seeing a bit hinted at with the new ground TFO is that the 3 Borg kingdoms might join forces.
Yeah, I kind of was thinking that might happen.
Because you already have them kind of merged in some of the waves, they kind of mix the content of the waves.
Mm-hmm.
And if the Borg kingdoms actually do that, in story missions, that would be interesting.
Well, I'm thinking at some point they're going to join all the Borg together, but it's the Iconian, whatever they are, the Etherians, who want them to get joined together, and then they're going to take them over and become the dominant species. I think they've got a big game plan going
Or they
on.
might already be the Borg of their own phase.
That could be. I hadn't thought of that.
So they're essentially just joining more Borgs to themselves.
And so much for my 500,000 plasma damage. Thank you very much, Borgies. And my Borg ship's all done. Okay, I guess we can go home now.
Okay, bye.
You know, it would help if you actually shot. That is kind of beneficial.
It does help, yes.
Yeah, I have two hotkeys. One that includes fire all weapons, one that doesn't.
Oh,
And I was using the wrong one.
that's okay. I was working on something the other day and it just wasn't going. Nothing would pick up, nothing would interact. Then I realized I was one key over on the keyboard. So I was spamming G as opposed to spamming F. Like, oh, yeah,
I
that makes
added
sense.
F to my macro, and now I never have to loot again.
What did you do?
I added F to my macro,
Yeah.
so now I never have to loot again.
Yeah, but won't that be a problem on a few things like Pavo Dissension, where F takes you back to the base every time?
Something I've been trying to teach everyone that I play with
Yes.
is that when you're not shooting at something, you turn the macro off, or else it will put you in a whole lot of trouble.
Good morning,
So, as you
Cliff.
said, Pavo Dissension would teleport me all over the place if
Yeah.
I didn't keep an eye on what I'm doing. Because I would never recommend anyone to run the STO keybinds 24/7. You should start it as you enter combat, and you should end it as you leave combat. Because if you leave it on at all times, strange stuff starts happening to you.
Oh, I can tell you some stories about screwing that one up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of people jump around in Space Dock.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, it gets really fun sometimes to be stupid.
I have this friend who insists on spending money to catch up to me every time he tries to play the game. And he's like, he auto runs everything, and I have to keep telling him, and he's like, stuff is starting to not work anymore. And I'm like, turn off your macro.
Yep. Good morning, Mr. Dave.
Yeah, aside from the fact that auto clickers are technically banned.
What do you mean? STO Keybind uses the game's internal
Keybinds
source.
are perfectly fine, but using a program that clicks on the keybind for you,
Oh,
that is a different
Oh,
issue.
do you mean the program that's designed for my keyboard and cannot be removed from my keyboard?
Yes. Actually, using that is technically...
For me, just owning this keyboard is a bannable offense.
No, using that application in order to press buttons is the bannable part of that.
But the keyboard won't work.
No,
unless
you can have the app. You can have the app just fine, but setting the app up to press a button for you, that is the issue.
No.
According to the to what you agreed on when you made your account, that is actually what they said is a third-party app, and you cannot have third-party apps creating inputs.
Yeah, it's a third-party app that creates a bind file that already exists.
The bind file is perfectly fine. It's only the automated press of a key that's the issue.
but what if it's not a third-party app? What if you write it yourself?
It's still third party because you are the third party. Okay, there's a second
No,
party.
you're the second party.
So it's only in your mind then. Sorry.
They
dude.
But I
probably are
think
going
it's
to
not-
have a hard time coming after you for that, unless they can prove
Yeah,
it.
no one is gonna come after you. It's like, don't kick puppies.
Yeah.
Some
Is it-
asshole is gonna kick a puppy.
It's technically against their attempt to limit botting and give them
That's fine.
a
Limit
legal
botting
handle
all you
for
want.
killing
I'm good
bots.
with that.
Yeah, and the phrasing they use for botting includes every external automated input, including automated key presses for repeating a single button.
Yeah, the day a dev PMs me and goes like, "Yeah, I've seen that you've been doing auto-clicking. I'm gonna have to put a ban on your account." I'm gonna sue so fucking fast.
Yeah,
You
but
That's
Language.
just you
remember,
can't sue at that point.
plus remember, usually the term botting is determined that they're assuming you're using the same program to do the same thing on multiple accounts. So one account using like Razor's toggle in
Mhm.
this button
Mhm.
until you tell it otherwise. Well,
Yeah,
usually
that's the
not
value. I can
really
totally.
call run foul if you're only doing it for the one thing and you're actively choosing
and
when to.
I'm pretty sure there's also a mitigation or arbitration clause somewhere in the EULA.
There is. There has to be. Let's see. Cliff said, once upon a time, a person arrived on the old space dock and he spawned as his ship. Yes. I think it has mentioned this as well.
Oh, I've done it.
I've never spawned as my ship. Yes.
It
Cliff,
happened.
Cliff reminds us, language. And yes, language, please. I don't have to get Tilly out here if we're not careful.
And that's
Alright,
why I marked my stream as adult, as mature.
Well,
So I
we
can
used to
curse
get
what I
a
want.
fair number of kids here, and so you always have to watch that one. I don't know that we
Yeah.
still do.
In my opinion, kids can watch even mature streams, and they do. So I don't give a damn. They just can't tell me that they are kids.
This is true, but bear in mind, I am the mom.
Plus, you're also forgetting most bad words, what we would consider bad words, aren't considered anything like that anymore these days.
Well, since I used to teach kids in the fun combination of I taught kids martial arts so they knew how to unalive other people, but I still had to watch my language because their parents would bring them to my class when I would describe, well, this is how they executed people in medieval Japan, and I'd get into graphic details. But then when it came to saying bad words, it would be like, oh, piffle, or beans. And so there was that weird dichotomy of incredibly grisly and I couldn't say anything bad.
I'm thinking teaching kids to fight is not a bad idea.
Nah.
Teaching kids
Actually, I
how...
think the opposite.
Yeah, most of my kids who learned how to defend
but
themselves
You
were...
can't teach responsibility.
Yeah,
Actually,
They just don't have it. They just don't have it. It's like, oh my god, dude, you have to look at this cool thing I touched.
yeah, actually
I learned that class today.
that actually was one of the reasons
paper.
kids would get taken out of the classes
You
is
have
if...
two buddies that are not friends anymore.
Yeah, I had kids who would take the skills that we were learning and take them out onto the playground and stuff like that, and that was first time through is you have a talk with me and your parents. Second time through is you're out of the school. Most schools won't permit that. It's no.
Yeah, but you're expecting a level of control from a kid that you can barely get from an adult.
I am expecting it. That's a requirement. Is if you're going to be in a class for a good martial arts school, you have to start to learn how to control yourself, which is then also on the teachers to not teach things until the kids are at a level where they can. And that's part of the belting system. Is a white belt isn't that you've learned this, that, and the other. It's you've learned this amount of self-control, self-respect, mutual respect, and that's what you're actually belting is the personal development. Belting being the color of belts you get.
Try to teach this to like 4-year-olds.
No,
6-year-olds.
4-year-olds I teach a whole different thing to. 6-year-olds I teach a different thing to. 8-year-olds, but it's individual. But my favorite student, who I remember very well was a young man who got to be a first-degree black belt and basically went out into the playground one day, and one of the other kids was beating up a little girl, and he stood between him and the girl and said, "You can't hit her." And the other kid said, "What are you going to do?" And the kid said, "Nothing."
Yeah, but
basically wound up getting hit so the little
Okay.
girl wouldn't.
Yeah, but is that okay that 1 out of 1,000 gets it?
Yeah, it is, because it's 1 out of 1,000.
One got it. It doesn't matter how many didn't. One got it, and that's worth it.
Yeah, it's not everybody's going to get that martial arts is a self-discipline. It's not a beating up other people discipline. And you go out there and you watch hundreds of thousands of people who know all the techniques but don't get what it's about. So you go in with different levels. I was teaching kids.
I'm just talking from the perspective of the kid that got his face kicked in by the bullies going to the martial arts schools.
Oh,
They were like,
the whole.
"Dude, you have to look at this, you have to look at this." And then they ran over to me and kicked my fucking face in.
Yeah, see, the thing is,
So
if you're a
I'm-
bully and you're in my school, you're not in my school. And most good martial arts schools will not let a bully promote until they learn about self-respect. But the thing with the bully, though, is to a huge extent, it's that interior level of fear. They're so weak, they're so cowardly, that the only way they can feel good about themselves is by hurting others. And that's part of
and
what you
those
try and
bullies are
teach.
Only the martial arts jackasses I met.
Yeah, they're out there, no doubt about it. But that's true of
yeah.
anything. I mean,
The other guys that didn't get to learn how to kick other children when they were young, they just didn't do it.
Ask it differently.
I don't
They
know
are
about
assholes, period.
Yeah.
You can't prevent assholes. But you can still cater to the ones that aren't assholes. And if you find an asshole, you throw him out and keep going.
Language, please.
Sorry.
Thank you. What am I looking for?
So there is a lot of autism in my family. Like my little brother, a couple of my nephews, and a couple of my nieces. Anyway, one of my brother's kids, they had him tested, and they're like, "So is he autistic?" And the doctor's like, "No, he's just a jerk."
Yeah,
Well,
exactly.
that's a real thing, too.
Yeah.
All right, I have switched over to Spoimler, who apparently, oh god, Captain's on ground, Borg on ground. But Voth ships, would you guys feel up for a run of the Patrol Aftermath?
Yeah, and
Okay.
they're
And Captains on Ground is fairly easy these days.
Yeah, I know, I just go over and...
Which one do you want to start with?
Well, let me get the team together here. Because I switched tunes. No, stop that. There we go. Can't type today. Joshua, are you still in?
Yeah, I'm just trying to finish up one of my endeavors.
Okay, are we still on the same tune?
Yeah.
I'm just putting the band back together. Chris, I sent you an invitation. Let me know if you didn't get it. So I was typing fast.
Does a private TFO team work for patrols?
Yeah.
No, it does not.
Shh, it doesn't?
No, patrols require you to be a team.
A team. Guys, snarg. Fine. Be that way.
And each has to enter.
Oh, yeah, I know about that.
themselves.
Joshua, I can't invite you while you're being a Klingon.
I know.
Just don't be a Klingon, it's easy. I'm still not sure why they kept that Klingon Federation separation.
Because the game was built as a red versus blue.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but they kinda allowed so much cross-faction stuff already.
Because that was the easier part to implement.
Yeah, there's a
Red
structure.
versus blue.
Go ahead.
Blue is literally hard-coded into the
Yeah.
game.
Because that dates back to the originations of the game.
Yeah.
What
Yeah.
what cross-faction
So-
stuff they have been able to do is
So I-
stuff they've been able to sidestep around.
Like, there is a Deep Space Nine and all, and Ryza. Those are newer things that aren't hard coded to be hostile social zones, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you can have KDF and Fed on the same map and not have people start attacking. But I think it's the time traveling mission in the Iconian War.
Mm-hmm.
And the last part is down on Starfleet Academy.
Yeah.
That is a separate zone,
Yes.
a separate map to all of the other ones, including the tutorial, because it has new flags on it to make join teams that happen to have KDF on it be able to go there.
Yeah, back to topic. Which patrol?
The one you get at the end of this mission where the ships back you up. Oh, it's Aftermath and Sword, and it's the first one on all patrols, on advanced, if
Yep.
you will.
Yep.
Are you talking the Nimbus Pirates, Cliff? I mean, that's super easy. You can run back through it. And yes, Nimbus Pirates are fun.
Isn't that a device, not a console?
No, is it a device?
Yep.
Uh-huh.
The Nimbus Pirate Core is a device.
Okay.
And you can keep it in your inventory, you don't need to equip it.
But the point is, he accidentally got rid of it.
And something tells me they moved maps, which means they can't buy it back.
It probably didn't realize. Chris, we will wait for you. Since Chris is working, sometimes he gets calls and stuff, so we have to give him a moment. I no longer take
Never.
I no longer take my computer to work.
You take your work to your computer?
Yeah, I do take my work to my computer all the time. Oops,
Was this
wrong
one of the,
keybinds. I have my Voth ship, so...
Was this one of the missions that hurt so much?
Pardon?
Was this one of the missions that actually hurt quite a bit?
No.
Thank you. We'll make our way to a base to complete repairs.
Oh, right, Voth. My bad.
The only time Voth are a pain is when they decide their shields are going to be effective. Which they are some days.
I had a gamma. Assume it allows me to do so.
Mm-hmm. Well, Cliff, you can put protect on things, you know. There isn't a limit to how many things you can protect, is there?
No, not to my knowledge.
Yeah, protect
I
everything.
protect everything that I want to keep.
Every now and then I'll hit the salvage and see what pops up. Go through, pick out the things I really love, protect them.
Tracking a large force in
Because I have been known to do stupid. So, Cliff, there are some things you may want to get rid of that you can't get rid of. Tovin Kev comes to mind. There's a few things that once you get them, the Tesseract, a few of the specific ones for the various, not factions, what do you call it? Not careers. TOS, TNG,
Recruits.
Heroes.
whatever that word is. Yes, that word.
Those poor Borgies. Wothies,
I was
whatever.
gonna say there's no Borgies left here. Dyson Spirit.
But yeah, they kind of got slaughtered.
Well, I just needed 5 of them dead. That was my requirement for today.
I think you got a couple more than 5 of them dead.
Yeah, well, stop counting after 5. All right. One more switch. So I can quickly pop through anything we can do as a team here. It's the only nice part about having so many groups. Let's see. This is Bruce.
Why does my spring rolls always have to detonate?
Your spring rolls?
Yeah.
Spring rolls sound
Spring rolls,
yummy.
yeah. Yummy spring rolls.
They keep detonating, and I have to pick all the filling from up inside the oven, and it's so annoying.
Poke a small hole in them, and that's fine.
Yeah, but they're frozen solid. Should I get a drill and go like,
If it works, yeah.
Oh, cook them slowly until they're no longer frozen, poke a hole in it, and then cook them the rest of the way?
You're talking to a guy, you know that?
I'm a guy myself.
All my food come from the frozen section. If I
Same.
have to do 2 things to prepare my food, I'm not eating it.
Or you have a girlfriend, either or.
Or
Yeah,
a boyfriend who cooks. I mean, you can go that way too.
No.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Cooking for the
I've
girlfriend.
I've never been happier than when I, how should I put it, stopped seeing other people. Like
Close your eyes.
all my money are mine to spend on only
God,
me.
there is something to be said for that. I have. We were chatting the other night on game about a lot of the people who are in the game who do not have significant others.
Mhm.
And there was a time when that was a thing of shame. And I get it. You really like to have other people in your lives, but I was married for 41 years, and now I am not married, and it's kind of nice. As I go through things like I need a coffee maker. So I went online this morning, I ordered a coffee maker, and it was one of those, hey, I like this color, and I like this machine, and it's the right size. I'm getting it. It's no longer a conversation that we have to have.
Yep.
A conversation
Yep.
that takes 3 weeks.
If you want to do something, you do it.
Yeah.
There's no thinking of it. It's no discussing it. You
And
just go
it's
and
not
do it.
6 weeks of discussing paint chips for what's going to be the right color. It's
Yeah,
just
no.
At that point, I wouldn't discuss for 6 degrees either. I would say we're discussing it now, and we decide it now, and we have an hour at most.
Yeah.
Pick your color, pick my color, then we discuss which of those options you go with. Done.
Yeah, so this weekend of putting stuff up in the house is just, I'm going to put this here, and that is it. So
There is something to say about the German efficiency.
yeah, there is that.
I am happy that I am German, yes.
Chris says, seeing the same person for prolonged periods of time can become a burden. Yes. Stuff you used to find charming becomes obnoxious, and it triggers you after a while. Yes. Yes, it
That's
does.
why you move out from your parents' house.
Well,
Yes, very much.
I left my parents' house, got my own apartment, lived alone for 3 years, and enjoyed it. Met my husband. And, 40 years is a good run. I didn't particularly want him to die as a being the way that I got in my freedom, but I'm learning to enjoy it.
You know something?
There's a difference between wanting freedom and enjoying it.
Yeah.
I just did 18,000 shield restore on the Jupiter Station mission.
Well, yeah, if you've got the Kumarki set, that shield readout will do it snap as soon as you take any damage.
No.
Yep.
Yeah.
Do it the most efficient way.
That
Do
is
it
the most
hard way.
efficient way. One button, click, you're done.
No.
Okay, I got time for one more. What do you guys want to do?
Ground.
Oh,
Which ground do
Bristol
you
mate.
want to do?
Any ground.
Any ground.
How about the Undine Assault on Beja?
No, that's not fun.
That's annoying.
It is. It's the questioning one. There is no beating up people in that one. All right, let me start teaming some folks here.
Actually, there is.
How about self-destructive tendencies?
I've never done well with that one. I don't think. No, Chris. I'm not doing Bajor ground. It's my party. I'm doing it my way.
Well, you should join the random elite group. Oh boy, that's
Well, I have done random elites.
Is anyone still using the random elite queue? I feel like
yeah.
queuing for it takes for ages, and
I think when there's events going on, it gets kind of pushed aside.
It's like, yeah, no, I'll rather pass on doing it. Random elite and queue for specific.
We could try Swordback and see how long we last.
No, because I have to go to work in 8 minutes. Actually,
Really?
I have to go to the gym in 8 minutes is more accurate. Then I have to go to work after that. Anybody else? Chris, I didn't invite you because I know how fond you are of ground. Anybody else?
Storm Chasers?
Which one is Storm Chasers?
That's
the one where you're on the central platform, then have to go to the outer platforms and do whatever quests they give you on the outer platform.
Oh no, ignore what I just said.
Okay.
I just remember what TFO it is. No, let's not do that one.
Okay, well there's 3 of us here since...
Should we do Cure Ground just because it's like...
No, because I have a time limit.
Okay.
Cliff says we don't want to throw the computer out the window. Do you want to do Borg Battle Royale? Or we could do Bug Hunt?
Battle Royale is usually about 5 minutes.
For Borg?
Yeah.
Yeah. Does that work for you, Taz?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it's engineering team, so we're gonna be fine.
We will?
We will.
Okay, let's do this one here. I have my little things. Where did that go? For some reason that guy's there and he shouldn't be there.
I've almost got on my VOF ground as well while I'm
Nice.
here. Almost in one go.
That's not what I wanted.
I get lucky sometimes with my endeavors. Only need 4 more VOF ground.
That's what disappeared. Thank you. My equipment diagnostics didn't magically appear.
Mom, I totally forgot to give you a fun playlist.
You forgot to give me what?
You know, do you remember the radiation fever I sent you?
Yes.
Yeah, this is the entire playlist.
Oh, thank you.
How big is that playlist again?
I just closed the thingy. It's... It's one song that lasts for 1 hour and 50 minutes.
That's what I need
What?
for the weekends.
This can't be right. Well, there is a playlist with like 60 songs in it. Yeah, I think that's it. Yeah. I'm just reading it wrong. Have a click and just have a look. All the fun songs are there.
Now time to do the other ritual.
By the way, there's no point in disabling those reanimation Borg.
Oh, why?
They despawn at the end of the wave.
Really?
Aha! So, even bigger reason to do nothing?
Yep. You can just kill the Borg and they despawn after a couple seconds.
So effectively, if you've got a good enough team, you can effectively
Just sit in the middle and spam the agony field here.
talk about German efficiency. Jeez.
Yeah.
So
I'm not doing that because it's boring.
When is the German autobiography about this game coming out?
I've written a couple guides already.
You should write some more.
Do you
I intend
publish?
to write. I do intend to write a general ground guide.
Haven't you like
Have
written
you
some
published
books
them?
on this?
Because I mean, we've written one book.
Yeah.
Okay,
Oh,
let's see what
nice.
happens with these things.
I think I saw it on Amazon or something
Yep.
I
like
thought
that.
you, I thought you had 2 books.
We do have 2 books. One was written by McAllister, which is on the not by McAllister, by Centurion Alpha, which he put up under our title or our cover because
Now,
a little bit easier, and I have to send him a check this month. Because I mean, we make so much money on these books.
Right?
Last year I made less than $100 on the sales of the books, but you know what? It's still $100.
It's something.
Yeah.
you know something? This kind of got something really nice right now. AP damage ground.
That's an easy peasy one.
Yeah, and then luckily my friend's account has the AP, the Herald Advanced Beam
Boomstick,
Projector.
yes. The Herald Advanced Boomstick.
Or is that like
I'm not a
called
fan of that one.
The stick of
It
truth?
works just fine for AP, plus it sounds cool.
Oh, it's definitely not a bad weapon, but there are better ones.
Oh yeah, there's definitely better ones.
But let's be honest. For AP damage, is there anything better?
Yes,
What do you prefer?
the Baul anti-proton rifle combined with the Tanavic Council
Okay.
trait and the Covert Assault drone. That is currently the best weapon option for ground.
What? What weapon? I didn't tell you.
The Baul full auto rifle.
No. No? How?
If you combine that with the Tanavic Council trait and the Covert Assault drone, you get a ridiculous ground damage.
Okay.
Oh, that's what I had run on. Remember I said I had run the cheap version of the build yesterday? They happen to have the Covert Assault drone, along with a couple of the other things, and yeah, that was surprisingly good on this.
The Covert Assault drone is essentially increasing your weapon damage by about 50%.
Yeah, the
Um,
current, last I remember, the current best weapon to use with it was the Star Trek Picard phaser rifles.
The reason the Baul weapon is cool with the Covert Assault drone is that the drone also fires on the bounce shots, not just on the primary hits. And that means every single shot you do, it's a 3-round burst that hits 6 targets, and so the drone shoots 6 times.
Yeah, but the damage of it is so low.
The drone does about 100 damage per shot. It's not that low.
Yeah, that's way too low.
No, because
I'm
you
doing like between 2,000 and 3,000, and that's without weapon.
it depends on the fire rate of your weapon. The drone needs a weapon that has a high fire rate, and that's why the Baul auto rifle is ideal for that drone.
Yeah.
That and
Well,
the
that was crazy easy.
You may cease hostility. The simulation is well done. Computer and simulation. I speak from experience when I say
The reason why I'm saying that about the Baul refracting rifle thingy is I've had a couple of friends who didn't consult with me before they started building their characters, and they bought that, and they spent their last lobby on it. And
It's
they
not a low-buy weapon. It's not a low-buy weapon. It's a lockbox weapon.
It's
But
not
who-
the Herald staff you're talking about?
No. The staff is kind of crap.
Yeah, okay.
Well,
I thought you were talking about the staff.
No, the Baul full auto rifle, not the Herald staff.
Yeah, I don't even think I've seen it.
Regardless, I have to go hit the gym and go to work, so I'm going to get out of here, everybody. Thank you all for being here. This was a great start to the day, even though my coffee was not a great start to the day. And tomorrow will be worse because I'll be drinking tea until my coffee machine gets here. So,
Hey, nothing against tea.
nothing against tea. I like tea. That's why I've got some good stuff. My cardamom tea.
Oh, how about some Earl Grey?
I don't have any of that downstairs. I have what somebody nicely brought me. You want me to actually work in the mornings? No. I don't think in the mornings. I get up, put the coffee in the machine, stand there and grumble at it for a while. All right, everybody. I'm getting out of here. I will see you all tonight. We will be on from 6 till 9 tonight. So if you European type folks are still awake, jump in and join us. Chris, thank you for being here. Rasul, thank you for being here. Taz, thank you for being here. Id, thank you for being here. Stargate Wars, thank you for being here. Everybody else out there who's in chat, thanks for being here. If I said Cliff, I meant Cliff. If I said Chris, I meant Chris. Everybody who was here, have a wonderful day. And as we like to say here, stay Moopsy.
Moopsy.
Hey, Moopsy.
Sean the non-believer. Sean. Sean.